Hello out there to all of my fellow gold diggers. This is your girl Rita coming to you with another video on today. Today I am going to be doing a review of the new docuseries called Money Explained. It came out last week, so this is my first time doing like a review. So please let me know if this is something that you enjoy so that I can continue to do things like this. Now, before we jump into the video, I just want to ask, if you enjoy my content, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Y'all just don't know how much when you like the video, it helps out my channel. And I have a new goal where I am trying to reach 500 subscribers, so I would greatly appreciate it if you would help me to do that. So even if you're already subscribed to the channel, just by you liking the video, that helps it to get out to more people. Also, if you didn't know, follow me on IG. I am Gold Digger Chick, GOAL Digger Chick, and you will get more updates from me there. All right, let's jump into the video, okay? So I watched this series and it was very interesting, very intriguing. The first episode that we are going to be talking about it's talking about get rich quick schemes or scams and why we tend to fall for them, how they've been around since, I won't say the beginning of time, but for a very, very long time, and the techniques that are used are similar. Like they haven't actually evolved over time. People are just using different methods, but they're pretty much using the same technique. So we are going to be discussing that episode 1, which was called Get Rich Quick. And it was narrated by Tiffany Haddish. And I have my notes here so I can stay on track and document any, make sure I'm giving you accurate facts and everything. So at the beginning of the series, or beginning of the episode, it asked the question, why do we keep falling for these get rich quick schemes or these scams and things like that? It mentioned about Charles Ponzi. I know y'all have probably heard of Ponzi schemes. And there was an actual person named Charles Ponzi who pretty much created this scam where he convinced people to give him money, and he ended up recruiting more and more people to pay off the other people. So that is what the Ponzi scheme is. Let me back up because I don't think I explained it correct. So hey, be sure to follow me on Instagram at Gold Digger Chick. I look forward to seeing you all over there. And as always, check out my Etsy shop. And coming soon, I am going to have some new merch for all of my fellow gold diggers. The Ponzi scheme is where you convince people to give you money. Once they have given you money, you guarantee that you will give them a return on their investment in a certain amount of time. I believe with Charles Ponzi, he was saying within 90 days, he would get them a return on their money. Within those 90 days, what he would do is recruit more people into the scheme, use the money from the new people to pay off the other people, and then it just kept perpetuating and perpetuating. And that is what the Ponzi scheme is. And that is also what happened with Bernie Madoff when he robbed people on Wall Street of millions from their retirement accounts, promising that he was making these investments and there was no actual companies that he was investing in. Basically, he was taking their money and recruiting more people to pay off the other people, and eventually the scheme totally fell apart. Okay, so that's what it was, but that is where the term Ponzi scheme came from. There are other scams out there, fraud tactics. There is the advanced fee scam. Y'all have probably are familiar with that or have heard about that. Basically, those are those little letters you get in the mail or in your email where it's saying that someone is in need of help and they need you to send them like $100. And if you can send them $100 so they can get home, they have $10,000 in their account and they'll give you $5,000 for helping them. Okay. So you probably have seen that. Oftentimes in the email, it was like the Nigerian prince who was saying, like, you know, they're somewhere and need to be rescued or whatever, and they were going to give you money as long as you sent them money up front. So that is the advanced fee scheme. There is pump and dump schemes, which we are seeing more of when it comes to cryptocurrency. So pretty much with that is you just convince people to invest in a certain product, and as more and more people invest, usually once they've gotten a certain amount of people to invest, the original investors sell their shares of the investment, the stock, the cryptocurrency or whatever, and they have made money, and the other people, the stock or the cryptocurrency goes down in value. And if you were one of the latecomers into the game, now you have lost money on it. And with the cryptocurrency, I did a video about that, talking about this guy who made their own cryptocurrency, and I was kind of joking, like, if it's that easy, I need to make my own cryptocurrency. But apparently it is. So they have been doing similar things like that, where they're just pretending like there's this product or whatever, and getting people to buy into it. Once it gets so high, the original investors share their stocks, and that's how they make money, and the other people are just kind of left holding the bag. Those Ponzi schemes, I don't know if you saw this probably came around like last year sometime, 2020 or 2019, I can't remember, but it was like these flower circles where they were trying to get you to like invest or give like $100 or $500 into this little circle, and then you would bring other people into the circle and they would contribute their money, that kind of stuff. I didn't participate in that, but to me, looking back, it sounds like a Ponzi scheme. I don't know, y'all can let me know in the comments, because some people did get money or whatever, but it was just based on you getting more people, or it seemed like it was based on, at least from what I heard, getting more people in there, and you were just hoping to get your money back after a while. But that's what some of these Ponzi schemes reminded me of more recently, is those little flower circles that people were talking about not too long ago. Now, there are other schemes, Ponzi schemes are not the same as pyramid schemes. Now, pyramid schemes is similar though, but with that, you're recruiting people into an organization, and the people at the top or the people above you are making money off of the people below, and the people at the very top are making money off of all the people below. So that is why it makes like a pyramid, and that is why it's called a pyramid scheme. It's based off of you recruiting more people into it until eventually you don't have any more people to recruit into the business or the scam or whatever you want to call it. Now, pyramid schemes should not be confused with MLM, which are multi-level marketing companies or whatever, because with those, most of the money from those should be made off of an actual product and not solely on recruitment. Now, most of the money is being made on recruitment. Yeah, it's probably a pyramid scheme, but if they're actually selling an actual good product and service, and most of the money is being generated from selling these goods or these products, then that is just an MLM, and that is not a pyramid scheme. I know they can be confused, because with the MLMs, oftentimes most of the time you are having to bring other people into the business, but they should be selling a genuine product or products to you. All right, the next type of scheme that they mentioned were coaching schemes, where they said it's similar to the advanced fee schemes. Instead of you paying money on the front end in hopes to get more money on the back end, you're paying money to learn a skill or to be educated about something in hopes that eventually you'll make more money. So it talked about that, and usually the coaching schemes, they focus on the techniques of like that FOMO, fear of missing out, like you need to get in, this is the big thing, you need to learn about this so you can do all this kind of stuff, and we're only going to take in a certain amount of people, and it's only going to be for a limited time that we're offering this coaching opportunity, that kind of stuff. Now, there are legitimate coaches out there, so you just have to be very careful that you are choosing someone who is credible versus someone who is actually doing a scheme. So with all these schemes and all these frauds out here, it is kind of hard to tell like who is being truthful and who is like trying to just run game on you and get some money. So definitely be careful out there, because they do play upon your fears, they do play upon your emotions, they do take advantage of people in unique situations. And like even with like this pandemic where people are going through difficult times and are trying to make money, they realize that, especially these scammers. Now also, people who are legitimate can also help you out during these times as well. But scammers definitely see that you're vulnerable at these times, and you'll see a rise in scams during times when people are more vulnerable. And some of the techniques that these people will use is that they insist that their scam is not really a scam. Does that sound familiar to some stuff we heard before from, well, I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not even going to make it political, but some people will insist that what they're saying is not a lie when it's really a lie. But anyway, so just keep that in mind. That's some of the techniques that the scammers use. And the docuseries said that 40% of fraud victims, or people who are victims of scams, actually don't even tell anyone, like not even their friends and family. And they say that the best way to get these people prosecuted or to get them caught is you have to share your story about what is going on. Only 20% of fraud victims actually report that they were a victim of fraud. And keep in mind, these numbers, they said, are just estimates because there's no real way for them to actually tell. And it's also kind of difficult for them to prosecute some of these people for a fraud or for a scam because of this term that I had never heard of before. It's called puffery. But basically, it's where you kind of like exaggerate the truth. But it's not considered a fraud. It's not considered a scam as long as what you're exaggerating about is kind of vague and subjective. Kind of like if I say I have the best pizza in town or something like that. That's subjective. Some people might think I have the best pizza, some people won't think I have the best pizza or whatever. So you can say that, and that's not considered fraud or lying or anything like that, because that is just totally subjective. Now also, they can also exaggerate it to the point that no reasonable buyer would take it seriously. Like you would think like, I can't even think of something, but they would just say something astronomical that the average person should not, would find not believable, and that is still considered puffery or whatever. So that's another reason why they can take advantage, because oftentimes they are saying stuff that's like too good to be true. Like, it sounds too good to be true. Like, you can do this and I can do that, and then they'll show people saying that they were able to do the same thing. You're like, how are they able to do it? Like, this just sounds unreal or whatever. So and like I said, we have definitely heard this recently before or whatever, but that is what's called puffery. Okay, so just keep that in mind. That was episode 1 of Money Explained. It's a documentary on Netflix. Be sure to check it out. I think you will enjoy it. I definitely found some helpful information, and I will be reviewing the other episodes as well. It's only 5 episodes. I will be reviewing the other episodes and posting them on my channel. So let me know what you think. That is all I have for now. This is Rita, also known as the Gold Digger. Remember to like and subscribe to help me out, help me reach 500 subscribers, and follow me on IG at Gold Digger Chick. Thanks and take care.